Now the news. Brought to you by the Lost Bros. Disney is celebrating Mickey and Minnie's surprise celebration now at the Magic Kingdom. However, just like all of my mother's surprise parties, my Aunt Mary must have tipped them off as their hair was done and they had new outfits on.
Love it.
Have you seen these outfits? They're something. They have. Someone got an email. They have.
That's your computer.
That was someone sending me an email that yes, I have seen the outfits. They have transparent hats. Minnie's dress is filled with pom-poms, and Mickey is wearing jorts. I haven't seen calves that dark since the last time I ordered a turkey leg. I'm not telling you to eat Mickey's legs, just for the record. Meanwhile, in the Town Square Theater, steps away, guests can also sign a guest book for Mickey and Minnie. Younger guests were puzzled by the concept as they had never seen paper nor a pen. Excuse me. Excuse me, who do I text my name and state to? No. And then I took a picture with a purple wall. As part of the celebration, seven pairs of long-lost friends are meeting guests in Town Square, at least until Bob Iger visits and think none of these are from an IP. What's a Phineas and a Ferb? It's not a Mickey Mouse or a Frozen. Anyway, at the meet and greet, you can meet Nick and Judy from Zootopia, Phineas and Ferb, Chicken Little and Abby Mallard, look it up, kids, Robin Hood and Little John, Remy and Emile, but also there are villainous pairs, Gideon and Foulfellow, Prince John and Friar Tuck, and Lou Mangello and Becky Menken from the Legion of Doom. Fun stuff. Beginning on Friday was the Epcot International Festival of the Arts, if you couldn't tell by all this Festival of the Arts stuff that's in this.
Yeah, I like the mug.
All this stuff over here. I've got the ornament.
Oh, wait, the coffee mug, too?
Yeah, the coffee mug's cool.
Oh, I want that.
Is the ornament cute? Yeah.
Is that limited, too?
No, the ornament's still... The Magic Band's the only thing that's gone. But look at... I don't think Michelle saw the shirt. You gotta show the shirt, right?
I'm gonna buy all the things.
We don't have the food camp.
There's a Spirit jersey, too.
I saw the Spirit jersey. That's nice.
There is a Spirit. I did not buy the Spirit jersey. So.
But I want the mug.
We can't show the Spirit jersey. The Paint by Numbers experience is back, but guests aren't just painting the murals. They've been painting on the ground, writing things like their YouTube channels and the word yeet. At this point, there's more paint on the ground than there is on the walls in Toy Story Land. It's bad. Looks like an underpass in the Bronx over there. That was fantastic. My life. The food studios are back, including Masterpiece Kitchen, the Artist Palette, and the Deconstructed Dish. What is it about Epcot and deconstructing things? Oh. In fairness, the Universe of Energy mural tile BLT is pretty good. Go get one.
Oh,
yes,
crunchy.
as most festival items are. The sushi donut is proving popular at Takumi Table. It's a donut-shaped circle of sushi, as you might guess. Man, I haven't seen a wheel this raw since the tires on rocket rods. There's like 5 people that got that, and I'm sure they appreciate it.
That was one of the first things you schooled me on, rocket rods.
Yeah, because I like to make jokes about it. Yeah. It's easy.
So I had to learn all about it.
Yeah. The Disney on Broadway concert series is back, now offered every day of the week. So now every day we can pretend people like the Little Mermaid musical.
Oh.
Garbage.
Burn.
The Figment...
Hate to be her right now.
The person who wrote the musical.
Ariel.
Or Ariel.
Yeah.
That musical's terrible. There's a weird doo-wop number in the middle, but it doesn't fit Little Mermaid.
No Kiss the Girl.
It's like from the Happy Days musical. The Figment's Brush with the Masters scavenger hunt is back this year with coloring books for prizes. On a separate note, guests can also buy adult coloring books at the event based on the maps of Disney parks and poster art of the Disney parks. This is great news as Nick and his dates will both have something to color.
Very exciting. I'm excited. I want this.
We broke Nick.
Oh, goodness.
Pixar Avenue reopened with an incredible celebration, which includes an Edna Mode meet and greet, a dance party, and a scavenger hunt to find the Where's Jack Jack scavenger hunt. The search includes 6 cast members who have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Until finally, the end goal, a manager shows up and says, yeah, it's not done. Come back later. There's also some specialty food items available, including the beloved Cookie Num Num, a pretzel, and a hero sandwich. This is all located at the former Hey Howdy Hey Takeaway, which used to be Toy Story themed, and it still has a giant thermos and a cookie jar. It's okay, though. It makes sense is that we've been shrunken down to the size of the budget for this project. So don't worry, it all makes sense. The new Monsters, Inc. meet and greet wasn't ready for Mike and Sully on Friday as planned. Yeah, apparently Randall had destroyed the door. They go through doors.
Mm-hmm.
They can't all be great. God, tough room. The rest, that's all I have for that, thankfully. More at Hollywood Studios. The restrooms just left of guest relations at the park entrance of Hollywood Studios are temporarily closed now as part of the ongoing transformation of the park's entrance. This is far from the first crappy thing to close at the park over the last few years, though. Although this one was slightly more enjoyable than the Legend of Jack Sparrow, and somewhat less pungent. In the meantime, guests will have access to the Bus Loop restaurants near the nearly finished gondola station. Additionally, guests with valid park tickets can access the restroom inside the park. Who's going to Hollywood Studios to just use the outside restroom? Why did they need to say this? Are people taking buses just to pee in these bathrooms outside of the park? I don't have a park ticket. I just came here to poop. It's the park's 5th attraction. Disney has not said how long the restrooms will be closed for, but rest assured we'll let you know when you can recommence your personal business at Hollywood Studios.
Right.
Those who wish to travel without anyone else they know aboard the Millennium Falcon will be in luck when Star Wars Galaxy's Edge opens later this year at Disneyland and Hollywood Studios, because the land will only be filled with single dudes.
I know where I'm going.
So true.
Woo!
Wow.
I don't know if you want any of these. Thanks.
That's a show segment right there.
Hey, Michelle, I made the Kessel Run in less than 12 person.
Michelle can use all her pickup lines there.
Sure. Thanks. Can I buy you a $25 glowing drink? Thanks to the rather odd seating configuration and the need for there to be guests in each seat to operate certain tasks, we assume, the Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run ride and Star Wars Galaxy's Edge will offer a single rider option in addition to Fast Pass and Standby. We'd make a solo rider joke, but nobody saw that movie.
Ooh.
I did.
Not me.
I saw it.
Michelle was the one.
Me.
Yes. We also would have made a joke about having intimate relations with the spaceship, but again, nobody saw that movie. It's weird. The single rider line, maybe not if you're Bob Chapek, I guess, but the single rider line. The single rider line will be used to fill empty individual seats in cockpits and also give lonely people some much-needed human interaction. We have to talk to the other 5 people. It is worth mentioning that Disney has constructed rides with the intention of a single rider queue before, only to shutter or never open them. Avatar Flight of Passage was supposed to have a single rider line, never opened. Soarin' at Epcot had a single rider line for just a few months when it opened.
That's correct.
Yeah, I got a point.
Yep.
Yeah, so Soarin' had one for a little bit. And let's not forget Disney Junior Live on Stage single rider line that Nick used to use all the time.
Oh.
Sorry, Nick, there's a lot of jokes about you this week. I apologize.
Thank you.
We didn't have a lot to work with. Sometimes, these with the single rider lines, sometimes these things just don't work out as Disney intend them to, and they don't use them. Unfortunately, Bob Chapek was not one of those things. Star Wars Galaxy's Edge opened summer 2019 at Disneyland Park and fall 2019 at Hollywood Studios. The Hakuna Matata Time dance party is now happening at Disney's Animal Kingdom. Guest relations is also getting in the spirit. When a guest approaches them with a complaint, they simply say Hakuna Matata and refer them to the My Disney experience. Yeah. All right, so those of you unaware, I've been doing another show here on YouTube 3 times a week called News Today, with WDW News Today, and that is a straight show. On this show, we do comedy, or attempt to do comedy. On that show, we deliver straight news. And unfortunately, sometimes that is hard to do because when we write stories, sometimes we don't know how to pronounce things if they're in another language. That could be a challenge. So literally, I recorded an episode this week where there was a story about this new location at Disney Springs. It's a Spanish location. And I was pretty sure I butchered half of the things in it, so we ended up cutting some of the story because we were unsure of the pronunciation.
Wow.
So a thing that happened actually on this show is we pronounced the upcoming Disney Springs restaurant Jaleo as Jaleo. And people decided that was unacceptable, and I was yelled at quite a bit for that. Also, we've talked about the condiment, I'm going to butcher this, tagine, or tajin, whatever it might be called. So despite the 6 years of Spanish I took in school, it's not working. That's not a joke. I actually took 6 years of Spanish.
6 years.
That's a lot.
Wow.
It was mandatory. You had to take it. I
Yeah.
had like 4 in high school and 2 in college.
Wow.
Wow.
And I still don't know it. But anyway, so to help me through the next story from WDWNT.com, our editor, Jessica Figueroa.
Oh, she got louder applause in
Jessica, did I pronounce your name correctly at least?
You did.
Oh,
you
that's
did.
good.
I'm,
Okay.
I'm
so-
just a nondescript editor from Latin America. Or something.
Or something.
Yeah, so it's white people. We have no idea. We don't know. So I'm going to read this story. Please stop me at any point I am incorrect. All right, here we go. I'm going to try to get his name correct. That's the first step. Jose Andres, Think Food Group. Today.
Andres,
What is it? Did I say it wrong?
you're okay.
Okay, I'm fine. Jose Andres, the Think Food Group, today or this week announced the upcoming opening of Pepe by Jose Andres at Disney Springs. This will be their first brick and mortar location of the famous Spanish food truck. Andres will also be opening up a new restaurant at Disney Springs called Jaleo
There we go.
in the winter of 2019. In part of making his mark on Disney Springs, Pepe will be featuring a large menu of both hot and cold Spanish-style sandwiches like bocatas?
Bocatas?
Bocatas, all right. And this can't be right. Bikinis?
Okay, so a bikini is actually a hot ham and cheese sandwich.
No, it's a
Believe it or not.
swimsuit.
No,
I'm
not
a fan
in
of both.
well in Spain, and you hear someone ordering a bikini at a restaurant. They are not ordering a bathing suit.
Why don't they
are
make a
actually
different word?
Why did we steal the word bikini from a ham sandwich is my question.
Well, because
Pronounce
both
that
things are
word
amazing.
correctly.
All right, bikini. So bikini's right. Okay, fine. I'll keep going. In order to showcase the best of Andres's native Spain, there will be specialties on the menu such as pollo frito, made with breaded chicken
Okay.
breast. Did I say that wrong?
No, I said okay.
Okay. You don't have to say okay. If I'm right, just let me go. Made with breaded chicken breast. That's not aioli. What is that word? Alioli? Alioli? Bravas? I guess I'm right. She didn't say anything. Brava sauce, pipara peppers, gem lettuce, and sherry dressing. Serrano y manchego? Manchego?
Manchego.
Manchego.
There's an N in there.
Yeah, there isn't. Thank you.
Can she just read this, please?
Served on... No! I'm trying to learn. Served with crispy...
After
6 years didn't do it, huh?
It only took 8 for this site to make money, so... served on crispy pan de cristal with tomato fresco
Let's go for some of that.
and bocata de vegetales. Vegetales?
See.
See, all right.
Yeah.
Made with roasted peppers, onion, green asparagus, spinach, and manchego with an N cheese on
There you
pan de cristal. Chef Jose Andres says, a bocata is a true taste of Spain, believe me. One bite and you'll be transported by the perfectly crunchy bread with all the flavors coming together in perfect harmony. Pepe has my favorite I can't even say it again. Bocatas from all across Spain. And I look forward to them sharing them with all the white people at Disney Springs. The walls of Pepe are decorated with elaborate mural by Mark Jesus, a famous Menorcan. Is that right?
Sure.
Menorcan painter? Oh. Was I wrong? I don't know. We're gonna keep going. Featuring his ever happy blue-skinned female characters. Isn't that a Navi? The space along is Navi Spanish. Am I pronouncing that correctly? The space along with the adjoining Jaleo was designed by celebrated Spanish designer Julie Capella, and features breathtaking exterior and vibrant theatrical interior decor representing the colorful and dynamic culture of Spain.
Well done. Is this the artichoke-looking place?
Artichoke looking place? Yeah, it's a big artichoke, right?
Yeah.
Big artichoke, yeah. Anyway, thank you, Jessica, for helping us white people through our story. Thank you. The white folks who will be
Gracias.
will all be in the single rider line from Millennium Falcon. Moving on. Paddlefish. Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Paddlefish wants guests to know that Buzz Pop cocktails are still being offered. These delicious alcoholic push pops come in a variety of flavors and offer guests 21 and over to fun way to revisit a nostalgic treat from childhood. Who was having alcohol when they were a kid?
Yeah, the push pops.
Dad, pass me that rum pop. Funny enough, Buzz Pops is also a medical condition that Bob Chapek deals with, as he is in fact a robot. Buzzes and pops.
Cut.
A very descriptive new land is coming to Shanghai Disneyland, themed to Zootopia. That was announced this week. Many fans are, of course, hoping it'll be coming to Animal Kingdom at Walt Disney World as well. Well, don't worry, folks. With a fresh coat of paint, some decals, and Hawaiian and police shirts on goats, Rafiki's Planet Watch will reopen as Zootopia this spring.
Good news.
Yep, just goats in human outfits.
Love it.
It'd be great.
Big fan.
Goat rubbing with police shirt. Be sure to grab some hand. Be sure to grab some hand sanitizer before you touch that popsicle. Disney's Riviera Resort is now accepting room-only and package reservations for stays beginning December 16, 2019. This all-new accommodation coming to Walt Disney World is the 15th Disney Vacation Club Resort and will immerse guests in the grandeur and enchantment of the European Riviera. It's slated to offer approximately 300 family-friendly vacation homes, including deluxe studios, 1- and 2-bedroom villas, and grand villas that sleep up to 12 guests each. And adding to these unique accommodations will be the all-new room category closets, which sleep 2 guests. The new tower room sleeps 2 guests on a fold-down bed. Yep, that's right. The room will have a similar warning spiel as Mission Space does about enclosed dark spaces. Yeah, that spiel will replace the Duffy bedtime story on your television. That was a good one. I like that one. No one wanted... All right, fine.
I was
Topolino?
just taking it in. I didn't want my laugh to overcome my thinking and enjoyment of it.
Are you done?
It was a thinker.
Yeah. Duffy for you. Makes you think.
Duffy the Vampire Slayer.
I would watch that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's big in Japan.
I'd love to see Duffy drive a stake through somebody.
There's a bunch of spin-offs. So there's a bunch of spin-offs, Gelatoni, and a whole bunch of them.
Oh my god.
Topolino. Speaking of Italian, Topolino is the Italian name for Mickey Mouse, and the new signature table service restaurant perched on the rooftop of the Riviera Resort will be aptly named Topolino's Terrace, Flavors of the Riviera. The restaurant will feature authentic dishes infused with French and Italian flavors. Yeah, just what we need at Walt Disney World. Another Italian restaurant. There's just not enough. Other dining options will include Le Petit Café, an inviting lobby locale. There's also the quick service location, Primo Piatto. And as well, conveniently located near the featured pool, there will be a poolside bar called Bar Riva. Guests should ask their doctors if Bar Riva is right for them. I'm sorry, I'm being told that's Boniva. I apologize.
Yes, Boniva.
Yes, not Bar Riva. Ask your doctor. I was worried about that one. Guests staying at Disney's Riviera Resort Wasn't sure it was worth a shot. Guests staying at Disney's Riviera Resort will also have a new way to travel onto Hollywood Studios and Epcot, the Disney Skyliner, the sauna in the sky.
Much like this room.
Yes, of course, Disney has decided to put the Skyliner gondolas on the lines and test them this week while it's under 70 degrees. I can't imagine why. The gate is hot. It is hot. It's a little warm. You want to open that door and put on that fan if we're not
Open the
feeling
window
well?
or something.
No, we can't.
We can't open the window. That's right. Never mind.
People hear my monologue down the street. The gateway to Fantasyland and the symbol of all the magic at Disneyland Park is the Matterhorn. I'm sorry, Sleeping Beauty Castle. An opening day landmark since 1955, the castle is now getting an overhaul as part of Project Stardust, which is just a lame ripoff of Project Goldust, if you ask me. Like 3 people are going to get that, but it's totally worth it. Totally worth it. Patrick, there's Patrick. Patrick got it. Thank you, Patrick. Now back to the green room. Sleeping Beauty.
Good part.
Sleeping Beauty Castle is undergoing another refurbishment through the spring in preparation for this summer's opening of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, when it'll, of course, be crushed by a mob of people trying to get to the back of the park. Nope. The refurbishment is part of, again, Project Stardust, a number of enhancements that are being made to the park to continue to deliver a world-class experience while banning eBay resellers, even though there are purchase limits of 10 on items. A number of efforts are already underway. On Main Street USA, for example, the curbs are being enhanced with a slow incline so Instagrammers don't fall off of the curb while on their phones. In Fantasyland, reconfigured guest queues for the Matterhorn, It's a Small World, and Dumbo have improved guest access and comfort, while the Tropical Hideaway now uses space once underutilized. Throughout Disneyland Park, the locations of planters and outdoor vending carts are also being adjusted to make additional walking space. There also will be more seating in Disneyland Park than ever before when Project Stardust is complete. Of course, only Disneyland can market seats. That's right, annual pass holders. You can sit. Get excited.
Can I ask a dumb question?
Yeah.
Is the sidewalk thing real?
Yeah.
What? Just so you don't trip off of a curb?
No, I think it's just to help with crowd flow off of those the sidewalks where people are gonna have to like exit.
Oh.
Yeah. So like I think like all the parts with the inclines have been altered so electronic vehicles can go down the ECVs and stuff.
Okay.
That's a real thing, yeah. Meanwhile, at Disneyland, Get Your Ears On, a Mickey and Minnie celebration, has a lot of specialty food and drink items to offer. If you couldn't tell by looking at the WDWNT homepage the last several days.
All food.
It's all food. Disneyland's new items include churros rolled in caramel, corn, and cookie butter, and cheeseburgers rolled in cheeseburgers.
Yes! So good.
Oh, Nick, your laugh is the best.
Meanwhile, at the Magic Kingdom, we got a LeFou's brew and a champagne flute, a bad hamburger, and a Costco cheesecake. Things are great here in Florida. One of the items in California is just a $2 upcharge to have pizza with pepperoni that makes a Mickey shape. They're smart at Disneyland. They know they can charge you to Instagram. Meanwhile, for $2 more at Tony's Town Square restaurant, the chicken parmesan will contain real chicken.
That's a first.
Charge.
All white meat. Another email. Meanwhile, at the Meanwhile, it's from Tony's. What's the matter for you? You make fun of my chicken. I'm breaking your face. Meanwhile, at the parks, you can now buy Mickey pizza socks, which still look better than any counter service pizza. The Tokyo Disneyland Hotel is known for its themed rooms, such as the Beauty and the Beast and Cinderella rooms, but now they'll be offering a new theme, Sofia the First. These rooms will be available to stay in April 7th through June 20th. Meanwhile, All-Star Sports is adding rooms themed to Davis Love III. Again, a lot of people aren't going to get that, but I had to do it.
I got a Davis Love III story.
Do you really?
Yes. I was at a golf tournament one year,
Yeah.
and I was wearing one of those weird blacky like golf hats. You know, like the ones with the golf green on it that has the little flag on it. And he saw me in the crowd. He pointed at me and tossed me a golf ball.
Oh, that's great.
Yes.
He's a really legitimate nice guy.
Yeah.
Fun fact, that was my favorite golfer for many years. So
Wow.
we used to we went to the U.S. Open and stuff, and we just follow him. And stuff.
Yeah.
He was super nice. Nicest guy, always signed stuff for people. But anyway, we should get back to the show probably. Instead of how much we love Davis Love the Third. It's a good one, right?
Yeah.
It's a good call. These Sofia the First rooms and not the Davis Loves the Third rooms will be decorated with linens and elements from the show, including Sofia and her friends.
I just got it, because he's the third and she's...
He didn't get it until now. You know, come on.
I just thought you picked a random golfer.
No. Why would I pick a random golfer?
The third. Oh, jeez. That was good. Oh. All right. Whew.
How are we doing on time? Oh, we're doing terrible on time. Great. These Sofia the First rooms will be decorated with linens and elements from the show, including Sofia and her friends Clover, Robin, and Mia. Also, guests will receive special souvenirs for staying there. And then staying in these rooms also qualifies you to a special Sofia the First themed room service, which includes a purple sweet potato soup, steak pie with grilled vegetables, strawberry mousse with yogurt, and a blueberry cream chiffon cake. You can also get the Sofia the First themed room service at Nick's house.
Oh, dear.
Kind of true. Pretty close.
Will you make me that dessert?
Yeah.
Okay.
Disneyland Paris. I thought something was crawling on me. It was just my skin from... Maybe the acid again? I don't know. Disneyland Paris was covered in snow this past week, which is the most coverage it has gotten that didn't involve a baby duck. Don't worry, the duck is okay. A snowplow went down Main Street, USA, while guests were in the park. Oh, like a modern-day snowplow. Obviously, this doesn't fit the timeline of Main Street, but with Walt Disney Studios across the street, the Paris fans aren't picking this hill to die on. The Mickey ice cream bars are starting to arrive at grocery stores, and just like at Disney parks, they're woefully understocked on the popular item. But don't worry, in 4 weeks they'll have too many, and it'll have a line of merchandise based around it. Making fun of like Potion Purple and Rose Gold and all those things. We recently posted a taste test video of both the grocery store and park Mickey bars. We can confirm that they're both ice cream and that Nathan doesn't know that ice cream is fragile. Yes. The Disney Food Blog also performed the very same taste test and confirmed that they both fit in the trash uneaten. Wow.
Never gonna give that one up.
In true Disney fashion, the price of the ice cream bars in stores has already gone up 20 cents. The proceeds, of course, will be used for Artemis Fowl marketing. Hopefully someone will see that.
Maybe.
Tokyo Disney Sea has released more information on Soaring Fantastic Flight, which will open on July 23rd, 2019. They cut no corners in Tokyo. They even splurged on the G. The new attraction will, the new attraction will take guests into the Museum of Fantastic Flight, which I thought, wasn't that out in Sanford or something?
I think so.
Fantasy
Or
of
Lakeland.
Flight.
Fantasy of Flight, yeah, that
Lakeland,
thing.
yeah.
Yep.
Well, like wherever it is, which is dedicated to the dreams of flying. The current exhibit on display will be honoring Camelia Falco, a famous pilot who flew with Star Fox. Falco was an innovator and member of the SEA, the Society of Explorers and Adventurers. Meanwhile, at Walt Disney World, Soren's backstory is about Jonathan Metal Panel and Cynthia Blue Light. Not as good as I thought that was going to be. You can also play an interactive game that doesn't work. Enjoy. As guests take in the tour inside the museum, they'll be able to see all the adventures that Camelia has been on before boarding her latest invention, a flying vehicle known as the Dream Flyer. Guests can then follow on in Camelia's spirit, which believe that imagination can take you into the future and around the world. But then you have to add IPs and a coaster in a giant blue box. The attraction will open in Mediterranean Harbor, Disney Sea, allowing guests to experience the beloved Soarin' Around the World attraction in a newly imagined way because care.